Hi Gorgies, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. You know the usual, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your nephew, your niece, your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, your grandpa. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're coping well with the quarantine. I know I am actually. I'm coping quite well. I'm doing okay. You guys are keeping me alive and on my toes, so that's great. And I'm getting more time to shoot videos. I'm getting more time to introspect. I'm getting a lot more time to plan out the things I actually wanted to do for this year. And I'm planning out exactly how I'll be going forward with those goals. So I'm having the time of my life, girl. But there was one small little thing that is kind of preventing me from having the time of my life. So I don't want to speak too much about this, but I did post on my stories on Instagram that I was trying out Portia M. And as soon as I tried out Portia M, my forehead started having a rash and sort of like breaking out. And then my cheeks were breaking out, like this one here, because these weren't there. Well, this one here wasn't there in my previous video. If you want to go check, you can do that. And then this like black one here. So my skin, so I've basically stopped using Portia M. I used it for like 3 days and this happened and I was like, whoop, thank you. So if any of you guys want those Portia M products, comment down below and I'll just choose one of you guys and you can get all of them. I pretty much bought 2 of the day cream, 2 of the night cream. I have the serum, I have the face wash, and I have the toner. So I'm very willing to give it away to someone who will put it to good use. Anyway, today some Nandi wine, guys. Today I have just broken my dry march. I can't do it. I mean, people have gone and changed the rules now. Now I have to be at home. I have to stay at home. So it's not what I was planning on for dry march. So now that there's different circumstances and the rules have changed, cheers, babes. As you guys can see from the description, this will be a get ready with me for quarantine. Ooh, that was good. Get ready with me for quarantine. I could be a rapper or something. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to comment down below if you have any questions on the products I'll be using or if you'd like to get those Portia M products. Let's get into it. So the one thing I've already done is I already moisturized my skin. I already put on a mask because I've been doing a lot of like self-care and skincare during this week that I've been at home. Yeah, and I've already gone ahead and done my brows. Guys, my brows look different to how I usually do them because I put in one special ingredient today. If you can guess what it is down below, then you're getting the Portia M. I learned the trick from Tandy Gama. If that's a tip for you, you wouldn't have to like wait for me to choose. You would just get the Portia M product if you can guess what special ingredient I used on my eyebrows this time. Anyway, so I'm going to start priming my face. Please ignore my nails, guys. I haven't been able to go outside and go do my nails. It's the least of my problems right now, so you're just gonna have to deal with my shoddy nails. I'm using my Fenty Beauty mattifying primer because my skin is like very oily these days because I'm just piling on the hydration to kind of counter the dryness that comes with peeling and season change. So yeah. I'll be going in with one of my favorite foundations right now. You guys already know this. I'm going in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. It's a full coverage foundation and I'm in the shade 5W1. These days I am mixing my Estee Lauder with my Rimmel 24-hour lasting finish foundation. I do love this. I'm in the shade Natural Caramel. So I mix like 1 pump of that with my Estee Lauder because I find that, I don't know, it just looks more wholesome in terms of color. It just balances each other out. All done blending out the foundation. I did remove my dupe because I feel like it's disturbing the beat. Next up, I know it looks a bit too light for my tone right now because of all the lights and stuff, but don't worry, we're gonna tone it down a lot. So next up, I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 255. So I'm applying this on the areas where the light hits me. And lately I'm taking it around my nose and mustache. Taking a damp beauty blender, and I'm gonna start blending that out, starting with the areas that dry out the most, or the ones where I don't want it to be so prominent. Next up, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier powder. This is a setting powder, and it's in, well, it's translucent. It's not really a shade, it's just translucent. I know most people use banana, but the color is really flexible. So that would be the translucent powder that I'm using from Laura Mercier. Just putting some in there, and then what I'm gonna do is use the back of the thing to remove some of that powder. And because I'm using a damp sponge, it's so bright. There we go. Because I'm using a damp sponge, what I'm trying to, a damp sponge, guys, seriously, articulate your words, girl. So I'm trying to literally just push this in as much as I can, because the sponge is damp, it's literally just gonna melt it into the concealer, sorry, to make sure those just like blend properly as well, because I'm also not trying to, I just want to set, I don't want to bake. Basically, there's a difference. So it's setting, you just put the powder on to set your concealer, versus baking when you leave it on for a longer period of time. Today I'm going to be contouring with a powder contour. This is my Yardley Oatmeal Treatment Pressed Powder, and it's in the shade, there's no shade, oh, it's in the shade Dark. I got this while I was in South Africa, so it's lasted me for so long, guys. We're powder contouring. The difference with the powder contouring and the cream contouring is that with powder contouring, actually, like, you get more of a harsher or harder contour, as you can see, and I love that kind of look. Whereas with a cream contour, I find that I get a more naturalish sort of contour, because it kind of bends, it kind of blends very well with the foundations and stuff, and yeah, it just doesn't really stand out for me. So I do it on days when I really just want to be subtle, like when I'm going to work. It's a very nice and subtle contour. But when I'm at home quarantining and I want to be extra, girl, best believe we're going with a powder. So don't do this, because your face will go back to normal. Rather just like relax your face and just go upwards, like go exactly where you'd want your contour to be. Because when you do this for things and you put blush or something there, as soon as you stop smiling, your face drops. So then it would move the product as well, because you applied the product at a different place. So watch out for that. I'm probably gonna go back on that later, but for now it's okay. Ooh, actually the camera is washing me out, because when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm fine. doesn't look like I'm wearing a foundation that's not my color. So I need to maybe do something with the camera settings. That's one thing that I don't really know much about, but luckily I have Dibujo and I have YouTube. So I'm just gonna contour my forehead. Those who know. Okay, contour is perfect. I look good for a whole day of quarantining. Next up, I'm going to use my MAC Prep and Prime translucent powder. It's much brighter, as I've mentioned before, so I just take a little bit of that and place it right there, just for a little bit, and then I use the rest to carve out my contour. Flex on my ex, on my model ex. I'm forgetting to drink. I keep forgetting that I'm drinking. Like, it's sad. So, I want to show you guys a new trick that I learned. Well, I kind of taught myself yesterday. I kind of just played around with makeup, which is what you should be doing as well. So what I did was, I have these Fenty Beauty matchsticks. So what I did, this is in the color Truffle. What I did is I put some truffle on my eyelids, guys. This is perfect for having that nude look. Put some truffle on there. And then I just grabbed an eyeshadow brush and I just kind of blended that in nicely, and that would be literally my eyeshadow for the day. Nice and natural. It looks really good. Try it out with your contour concealer. You'll see how good it is. Alrighty, so I went and applied my eyelashes off camera. And now we're gonna just put on the finishing touches. I'm gonna use my Black Opal Neutral Light Deluxe Finishing Powder to set the rest of my face. I'm just gonna put that all over my face. I like the neutral color, so it brings some brown back to my face. Okay, I'm gonna grab my contour stick, my matchsticks from Fenty Beauty in the color Truffle, and I'm just gonna deepen that contour. I did say that this is something I like to do when I'm not going to work. All done. I hope you guys are seeing the difference. Let me show you. I hope you see it. Sorry that I'm looking up a lot. I'm looking at the monitor just because my tripod is a little bit too short, so my camera lens is literally right here right now, so I have to look at the monitor just so I know that I'm showing properly. For highlighter, I'm going to be going in with my Sephora face shimmering powder. This is in the shade Magnetic Glow 05, and it's bomb. I got this a few weeks ago and I haven't stopped using it. It's so subtle, but it gives you such a nice glow. So you guys probably won't be able to see it on camera. Okay, there. It's very subtle, and because the color is a bit more golden, so it matches my skin tone, and therefore it isn't really as prominent as all the other highlighters that I've used, and that is exactly why I love it. I'm gonna apply some there and there, and of course here. I don't like applying it directly on my chin because it just makes my chin look longer. And then a little bit on my nose. What I also do in addition to that is I take my Sephora glow stick. This is the Pearly Illuminizer Wet Finish. I do like a wet finish these days, so I do take this after my highlighter and I put it on my nose, because I feel like my nose highlight never really shows that well. And then I put it on my highlighted areas just to have that dewy finish, but I do go on over it with a brush because I don't want it to just stay on top. I do actually want to blend it with my highlighter. If anything, once you do this, it just makes the highlighter pop a bit more. I know you guys can see that. I mean, you could not miss it. Come on. Stop lying, stop playing. And I'm just gonna brush the rest of that off, just to make sure once again that everything is in sync. I know you guys are probably wondering, like, why is she putting on makeup when she's not going anywhere? She's gonna stay at home. I'm putting on makeup because it makes me happy. It keeps me sane, and right now look at how much of a great mood I'm in. I mean, never mind the fact that kukho iglass, but I'm happy because I'm just like looking like a happy doll. And I love being a happy doll. Being a happy doll is great. Also, Ndiyajolaaaaaaaa. I want to say Ndiyadlala, but I also don't want to say Ndiyadlala, but guys, Ndiyajola. Ndiyajola is true. Uba ndijola nabani ke ningandibuzi, but Ndiyajola, babes. And now for blush, or to bring some color on my face, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Kilowatt palette. I'm going in with this color right here, which is called Heartburn. I like using it as like a blush of sorts. It's got highlighting elements as well as like a nice color. You can also use this as a eyeshadow. So we're almost done, but already looking like perfection, if I have to say so myself. Now I'm going to show you one more trick. I've shown you two tricks already. Well, additionally to, I've shown you two additional tricks to what this product is generally used for. And now I'm about to show you my last trick. Once again, I'm grabbing the Fenty Beauty matchsticks in the color Truffle. This, guys, makes for an awesome, awesome, awesome nude look. I tried this yesterday and boy, oh boy, did I fall in love. Tell me you're not feeling it. Okay, and it stays on all day. Yesterday I didn't have to touch up or anything. So I used the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade Truffle, as well as what is this? As well as my Rimmel Stay Matte liquid lip colors. This is in the shade Something Baby. I can't see it anymore, guys. It's so old. But then what I did is this. Those two colors together, bomb, bomb, bomb. To set my face, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And that's it, honeys. That is the final look. Now I'm just gonna let my hair down. I did spray it with some water. I put in some mousse to keep the curls popping. And I also put in some leave-in conditioner, as well as the Ultra Shine spray from Garnier that I showed you the other day. It's the Frizz. I keep saying freeze. frizz-free serum that I applied. It makes the hair smell nice and good, and it gives it a shiny, you know, healthy look. And yeah, that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was not necessarily what I usually do, but I did feel like I should change it up a little bit because our lives have been turned upside down right now. So it's kind of like, you know, do the best you can, and I just want to entertain you guys. But do keep a lookout because I can smell a story time coming. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for liking this video, and for commenting down below. Enjoy the rest of your social distancing. See you in my next video.